Hi guys. Yeah, I guess you know who I am. I'm going to be the narrator of this video, and the music should be appropriate. The picture probably isn't appropriate, but the music is. But I wanted to flatter myself as much as possible. We're going to try and create a collage of all of the snapshots that I own or have in my possession, and throw a little background music in. Not going to be any particular order in the pictures, to sort them all out and try and put them into a proper time era. Would be almost humanly impossible if you could see the size of the boxes of photos that I've lugged up here into the third floor and set up here. So we're going to ramble along in an unpredictable fashion, and hope I get all this done and sent to you for Christmas. And I hope that it provides a lot of good memories. Okay, here we go. This is a 1954 Plymouth, parked at 116 Holland Court in Creve Coeur, Virginia. Everybody remembers the time and the place on this one, I'm sure. Lots of good memories. A birthday party, I think, for somebody named Rolf. Christmas time, but I swear I don't know which one. This is a Little Miss Everything in Portsmouth, Virginia. Well, we all know where he gets this habit from. And this is probably whom I acquired the habit from. I'm sure you all recognize Grandma at Finley Street in Montebello, California. Jane also gets a copy of this tape, so we're going to have some pictures in here of the Rayburn family for her enjoyment. Hopefully. Taken at Aunt Jane's house back in the 80s sometime. I don't remember when. Jane and a friend. I don't remember when. She probably doesn't either. How about circa 1954 or so? Two friends of mine. This for you, Aunt Jane. How about this for a memory? Charlie, Lindsay, I don't know, and Walt Rayburn. A recent event, and a happy one in my life, my retirement party. Other Portsmouth beauty, taken at my retirement party. There's another Portsmouth beauty, rather sullen looking, but I don't know why. Taken in Walnut Island, North Carolina. None other than Charles Granville Beeler II. Family portrait, 6-1. Memories. Pool home of 16250 Southwest 160th Terrace. GB2 with the catch of the day. Couldn't sell it to any restaurants though for the menu. And on almost her first birthday, 116 Holland Court. Construction worker hired to build a garage and erect a terrace around it at 116 Holland Court. TRB, the future president of Dowdy's Foods, Portsmouth, Virginia. Former Portsmouth beauty who now resides in Los Angeles, California. Isn't she photogenic?
Go and take a shower.
At the age, everybody could tell he had musical talent. It's taken at 29 Lake Street, Stamford, New York. I remember Skyline Drive, Blue Ridge Mountains, Virginia. Think of Skyline Drive. There's another one. Number 17, Lake Street, Stamford, Connecticut. Neat place, huh, guys? Photogenic dude, too, ain't he? Good looking boy. I remember Jack Hutt. This was taken on a recent visit to Virginia. Never mind the guy on the right. This is really a picture of a nice lady. How about this handsome pair? Taken in 1993 in August. A few curves. Picture this swabby was taken with his Uncle Charlie in San Francisco, California in 1946. 14th, 1993, my retirement party. Oh, happy days. No doubt about it. The whole family is photogenic. Little Miss Portsmouth contest. Again, the Little Miss Portsmouth contest in 1992. Sharp pair of dudes, huh? A little bit of a deck at 28 Sandy Point Lane. Number 3 in the lineup, Scott. Christmas, 28 Sandy Point. Tommy, Carol, Garrett. Neat family. There are no words to describe this picture. Man, they need a bath. Not adequate words for describing these two beautiful children either. Look at that smile. Remember that name, Haley Suhu. You'll probably see her on the silver screen someday. The picture of Uncle Barney, Charlotte, and your Uncle Guy. Taken in North Carolina, I believe. To show you a picture of your grandpa when he's awake. This is Christmas in California. Rascals in the mountains of Virginia. Does anybody remember a place called Northeast Pennsylvania? And the Shenandoahs again. Dudes at a dude ranch. North Carolina. Sorry we sold that place, Annie. I really am. Jarrett Beeler, taken to North Carolina. Boy, it's really hard to get a picture of this guy. He just doesn't want to be photographed. Prom time in Portsmouth, Virginia. This is a picture of the boys. The boys in the family. You know who, and you know where. A picture of the meanest dog in the Western Hemisphere with a friend in North Carolina. Largo, Florida. $75 worth of fish. I think we could have done better at the supermarket. Charles Granville again. I think it's a graduation picture. The family taken in Los Angeles on Silver Lake. I have a history of owning swimming pools. Some big and some not so big. Practicing for the Miss Perrine contest. Sandy Point. Hope the colors show up better on the screen than they do on my viewfinder. Taken in 1937. Boot camp, Great Lakes. 1945. That's your Uncle Tony in the middle. And my mom. 1945. I think everybody's had their picture taken on a pony once in a lifetime. This is your grandma when she was little. About 1971, I think. What happened to all your hair, Tom? Gramps. That's all. Just Gramps. Picture. This is Charles Granville Beeler the First, graduating from Bradley University. Correction, Bradley Polytechnic Institute. Island, North Carolina. Just getting bigger and bigger. Mary and friends in Walnut Island, North Carolina. We arrived in Las Vegas late. The only room left was a suite. Lucky us. The Caribbean, 1992. Brochure said large, spacious rooms in Los Angeles. Haley. Birthday party going on here. Another family portrait. But not the whole family. Guess who? No further comment. Is Miss Los Angeles of 1999. Haley again. Really photogenic gal. This one, look at that hair. The Jan and Spencer's deck in their backyard at the Silver Lake. Love it. Really looks great, doesn't it? Charles G at a really young age. Out of Walnut Island. From the backside on the water. Out of Chuck Beeler. Good picture of two good people. It's my Uncle Kenny. To California, probably 17 or 18 years ago. And friend Jason peeking in down there in the corner. There's Christopher. Last Christmas at Sandy Point. Great Lakes, Illinois, 1945. Brittany just making sure that Mom's doing it right. Same trio again. Here's Jarrett. This is one of Scott's. I think that's Tommy. Looking something over. That's John over there in the back. Must have a bald spot. He keeps his hat on. Don't you ever think that she's not photogenic. Hi, Chris. Sissy and Sissy. Christopher, Mary, and a good shot of the back of Spencer's head. Him at Sandy Point. The azaleas in bloom. That at Sandy Point. Late fall or early winter. Wintertime at Sandy Point. Rare occasion when it has this much snow. Time at Sandy Point. Christmas time at Sandy Point. Christmas 92. Christmas 91 at Walnut Island. Walnut Island with the newest member of the family. Sitting in the middle in the background. Close-up of Rio, the vocabulariist. Jack Hut, that is, on the Elizabeth River. There's Jason. Jarrett. And Brittany. Miss Mary. And Christopher. And Brittany. And Carolyn. Christmas time. Hi, Jason. You serious people. Why so somber, sis? And Carolyn again. Britt, and it's Jason. Must be Christmas. I think Spencer's pondering a new program for the computer. By Jason Rowe. What a way to go, Jace. Favorite pastime, getting into something. Anything. Jarrett's always ready to help. And Jason and Brittany on the side there. Let's see. What am I going to open next? Turn to open something, huh? No explanation necessary. Brush with Colgate. Two gals with their two gals. Ain't no better time of year. Ain't that right, Jason? If I say cheese. I love that hair bow. I mean the one on Mary. And John just won't look up for the camera, will he? Grandma taken in Washington, Illinois. I think it's wintertime. At Twin Lakes, about 1939, I guess. What was the term they used to use? Flapper? Maybe not. Pretty sure that's Jason. That's Leanne. Francis Burchett, Darlene Barnes, and Uncle Art. Shame. Christmas comes just once a year. Accident girl again. The Rinker, our new spoke. And visited at Dowdy's. Christmas past. Me and Jer. Quite some time ago. Studious young man, don't you think? That's me in the necktie. And Kenny and Jane and Bobby. I think that's up on Perry Street. 116 Holland Court. Grave Court. The Weavers, the Powers, the Gramps. It says 1959, 1960 at the bottom of the picture. In the Army. That's photogenic. No doubt about that. How about a different one? Probably a little younger. Aww. That sounds like Leanne's comment. Aww. Aww. Again. Who's this happy baby? Aww. Pearson Twosome again. I wonder where Haley got that shock of black hair. The clan gets to go horseback riding. Has anybody seen Roy Rogers? Old and learning her ABCs, I'm sure. Screen grin. Poetry lessons just tires a gal out for this picture album. How about that? Jarrett and a somewhat young Leanne. What are we going to build today, Grandpa? It's in North Carolina. Tom, Chuck, Mary, and friend. Carol looks like Jarrett. I think that's Jason. Must be Mary. Janice Lynn and a friend. Years and years. Miles, that gal. Despite everything. Me? That's your pop and Uncle Tony in front of 1204 North Jefferson at Walnut Island. Good time was had by all. A whole bunch of happy people there. Sounds a surprise party for TRB. Tommy Beeler, Mary Woolridge, Sandy Point. The title of this picture is Babs, a little black Scottish terrier. Jason and Jarrett, Floyd, in Los Angeles. The picture's even starting to crack and pull apart. But that's my papa, Mary and Jason, in an early age. Still had old furniture, totally relaxed. Watching the Super Bowl. Time you want to take my picture, I'm ready. Have my undivided attention. What is the question? Question's coming. A rose between two thorns. New Year's Eve in Illinois. A row, March 11th, 1986. 10 pounds and 5 ounces. I'm scared. Uncle Kenny in Portsmouth, Virginia. And Jason and Jarrett. Christmas time. Should have thought of a title for this one before I ran it. Famously Together. A couple more months I'll be walking. Now, is it my turn? Not gonna wear this bonnet. Oh. Aunt Jane, it was probably at Leanne's wedding. At school during another award-winning ceremony. Back of the picture it says Betty. Might be Grandma, I don't know. A young age anyhow. Christmas decorations at Walnut Island. Great family portrait taken by almost in there, 321 McQueen. School days, school days. Leaf Lake, Minnesota. Eons ago. You little devil, you. Oh, I want to say Junior's Castle, but I'm not sure. I think it was Williamsburg. Hasn't somebody taken more pictures of me? Carol and Tom. Don't dress like this anymore. That was Roy Sundin and me and Vernon Sundin standing in front of me. 321 McQueen. -1. Yeah, I'm listening. Haley Suhu, 3 days old. Okay, but next time you bring your swimming suit. I just love Christmas, that's all. 50th wedding anniversary. Couple great guys. What was in that milk? Family's full of them. What else, Aunt Jan? I missed my nose. Oh well. Gosh. I might skip over and repeat one. I don't know. Great picture anyhow. Hi, dude. Gang's all here. Me and my pal at Sandy Point. Carol and Ham. That's the Ham in the middle. Mary and Jan and Happy. That's old Happy in the middle. The girls? Don't you think so? About 1970 on this one. Taking at Dowdy's Foods. Yeah, guy. Must have been in the sun too long. Beeler and first mate Weaver. On the on the Fillmore, out of the 50th wedding anniversary. Junior's Castle. There's a hostess with a mostess at Christmas time. Crazy jacket. Hawaii. This is a picture for a presidential candidate campaign. Big Tom. Miss Mary. Let us know, let us know, let us know. She's ready. We'll always get 1 minute, one picture of somebody in the bathtub, right? I get the hang of this swimming if it kills me. Oh, he's so to sleep. That's Brittany Lee at poolside. A good example of the rich and the famous, huh? Nothing to do. Family portrait. Portrait. Uncle Kenny, Aunt Jane, and our nephew Rodney. Kind of Elizabeth Taylor look-alike, I guess. Get out of here. I'm taking a bath. There's Haley. Kind of a family portrait. Kenny Lee. This is John's daughter. Ain't nothing in the world bothering this boy. Nothing. A very interesting conversation between these two guys. It might be a repeat, but if it is, it's worth repeating. Jane's house with Uncle Kenny and Aunt Jane and yours truly. Mommy, he's doing his best to show off, huh? But that face, huh? One of our trips to Peoria, that's out front of Aunt Jane's house. Mary Ann, I think it's Brittany, but I'm not sure. But taken in California, I'm sure. It's old Thomas taking it nice and easy. Must not be a Redskin game on. Christmas, everybody. Boy is definitely contemplating something. Brood. Ho 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 might be appropriate here. It's Carol with friend Claudia in the hot tub, doing what dads do best. And girl and Carol again, the rich and the famous. Let me hold her. Very, very rare photograph. Lunch is going to be that time again. Can hardly wait. Moved in from the farm for the day. Another picture here of me and my buddy. We had some good times together. Must be his birthday. Nuts having a good time at New Year's in Walnut Island. SS United States before they towed her off to Turkey. Aunt Jane, Uncle Kenny, and myself on the Bayliner. That was our first boat. The Harbor Towers. It's an old picture. It has to be 1986. I don't know where this was at, but it's worth showing. A great picture of a beautiful gal. And rosy cheeks. Yeah, it does snow occasionally in Virginia. Nowadays, after a 13-inch snowfall, 1980, title for this picture. Suling. It is from California, 116 Holland Court. Watching career as a drum major, but she never followed it up. And Leanne up in the Shenandoahs. But you should have covered up your legs. Beeler in Stamford, New York, many moons ago. Again, in Portsmouth, Virginia, still quite a while ago. Tommy at 116 Holland Court. Could it be John, though? Don't know. Vacation, I think, was in Michigan, way back in the 30s. Down North Carolina. Anybody know? Another shot of the 50th wedding anniversary party. Peoria, Illinois. Brittany and Jason. For Frank Morgan, I think this was taken up in Chillicothe. Leaf Lake, Minnesota. At 1204 North Jefferson. Grandmother Rayburn. Be your kid's great-grandmother. Sisters, nobody ever remembers their name, but I'm sure they were sisters. My mother, your grandmother, up at 1204 North Jefferson, quite a while ago. And at a very early age, in front of our first TV, we used to watch Beanie and Tito on it. The two siblings, North Carolina, the land of plenty. Mary trying to stare the bird down, I guess. That's Brittany at a very, very young age. Brittany and Chuck at somebody's wedding. I mean Chuck and Scott at somebody's wedding. Kenny Weaver again when he was in the Army. Or, heck, I don't even know who's playing. Beeler.
Take a lot of... You haven't done all these?
In North Carolina. Peoria, Illinois, 321 McQueen. It's wintertime. I don't know. It's Jason or Brittany, but I don't know. The Southwest 160th Terrace. Perrine, Florida. Minnesota. It's like Tommy's got a little problem in the seat of his pants. Boy, Uncle Frank and Pop took a picture earlier, but I caught those fish. Guy and Barney, North Carolina. Focus, but still a good picture of Tom and Leanne. Jenny and her two stepbrothers. A modest beginning, 116 Holland Court. This was our log cabin, 4209 Burland. Jenny. We're a toot on the tutor, Hezzy. It's John and Leanne there. This is Grandma Bailey, which would be my great-grandmother, which would be your great-great-grandmother. As our break, we just went through one VHS cassette, and this is a brand new one I put in. We're getting ready to start more pictures of the Beeler family. If you want to take a break, this is a good place to do it. If not, we're going to start right away. Okay, the background of memories, like we start off the first day. Taken in North Carolina, Chuck Beeler. What else but feeding his face? Told you there wasn't any order of these pictures. This is up on Skyline Drive. Look at that dress on that little girl in the front. North Carolina again. That's Leanne with her back to the camera. Carol with her ever-present smile. Anybody remember Tina and Charlie? It's a pig on the cooker down in North Carolina. Here comes the bride. Here comes the bride. Christmas time, though, in my mind, always a happy time. There's a city traveler up in the country in Virginia's Shenandoah Valley. Just one word or two words have titled this picture. Bird Lady. Looks like she's having a good time, and she was. Taken in Parrot Jungle in Miami. Looks like Jason and me. At a very young and tender age. Oh God, you mean there's still 2,340 more pictures to record? Can anybody identify this teenager? Grandpa Tex Beeler, I guess, with his 10-gallon hat. Jan and Tommy, 116 Holland Court, and a 1939 Nash Lafayette in the background. Remember I told you that probably everybody rode a horse on a birthday sometime? This is probably a stuffed one though. I might have lost it. Identify this one. Not a very happy person though. John on the left, Jan in the middle, Tom on the right. Expansion at 116. Don't blame you, Jarrett. Nobody likes to have their picture taken in the nude. Before pretty darn good-looking guys in my mind. I don't know who that little girl's winking at. Probably the reason there's so many pictures of this sailor is because the sailor's the one making the album. Here's Chuck, the constant angler, with another of his record-setting catches. Here's a shot of another fisherman displaying some of the bait that he was going to use that day. Taken at 10250 Southwest 160th Terrace in Perrine, Florida. Oh, happy day. There's another toss-up. I can't remember which baby this is. This guy always got a smile on his face. This is taken in northeast Pennsylvania. This is John taken in one of his favorite hangouts. Pretty apparent at an early age he was going to be the tallest guy in the family. 4209, how about that there hairdo on that gal? Yo. Same gal, different hairdo. Big John in northeast Pennsylvania. He threw too hard. They wouldn't let him pitch. Big Chuck and Little Sue Ling. Guard dog. Another picture of Chuck. Growing up fast. Scott and one of his many girlfriends. Jan. That's Dick Wright, if anybody remembers him. taken down at the river in Illinois. I think that was taken here at 28 Sandy. Again at Sandy Point, posing for the title Miss Photogenic. Family portrait. Jason's birthday party again. That's a very young Jarrett Beeler over on the right hand side. This was taken at the time when it was all the rage to go topless. Probably taken in the 1920s at Bradley Polytechnic Institute. That's your grandpa on the left. The only one I can identify is your Uncle Art on the right, or Brother Art, as the case might be. Small picture of a big guy. This was John at a very young age. Picture of another guy that turned out to be very big, Scott. God only knows where all these pictures come from. This is 321 McQueen, where I grew up. Good old Lindsay Rayburn, my grandpa. This one's for you, Aunt Jane. You recognize anybody in that picture at 1204 North Jefferson? For all you doubting Thomases, I really did graduate from high school. Another high school graduate from Stamford, New York. Salutatorian of her class. This is a newspaper clipping. Don't know how it's going to copy. That's Mom, Doc Beeler, back in her table tennis days. Picture of Lloyd Nolan, Chuck Beeler, 772 Finley in Montebello. Brother John and one of the Kramer kids and me, left-handed. And that's a Model A Ford in the background of 321. A little collage taken 1204 North Jefferson, at least the left one was. Grandma Beeler on the right, and my grandmother in the middle. Question mark. Taken at 1204 North Jefferson, though. Might be Tom Beeler. Pictures from the Peoria Journal-Star, right-hand corner. Kenneth Weaver, mechanical supervisor at the plant. That's the Beeler family at 321 McQueen. Long, long ago. I don't know what he's looking for. I don't even think there was any airplanes in those days. My best guess was that this was taken in Apple Valley in California. Rayburn, Alice Rayburn, my uncle, my grandmother. 5-acre estate on Knoxville Avenue, Francis Burchett's home. I think that's Jane Weaver or Jane Rayburn at the time and Art Rayburn. Janice Lynn, growing up at 116 Holland Court. Yes, there was a time when I wore a hat, and this is why I never wore one again. My pop and your grandpop, Charles G. Beeler at 308 Fredonia, Model T Ford in the background. Family portrait of the Rayburn family. I can't recognize them all, but I think that's Aunt Jane and Mom on the right, and maybe Art and Betty. I think they're all there. Jane, you know who they are. I can't say. I think that's Dorothy Beeler, his friend. He's my favorite twosome in snowy Illinois. Thomas A. Beeler. Holland Court, Creve Court. A happy day at Cowdy's Barbecue, Portsmouth, Virginia. Another family portrait. One of them's wide awake. Sun worshipper in North Carolina. Another foreign family portrait. Now all three of them are asleep. What's going on here? Another one for Aunt Jane at 1204 North Jefferson. Garrett, Jason, and Brittany. Thomas and Tommy at Sandy Point. Some kind of day going on. You're very lucky if you get a Christmas card like this one with a smiling face on it like that. This is Tommy growing up through a teen in Portsmouth, Virginia. And Dorothy, maybe Art, and Betty, Tommy and Tony, or John, as the case may be. A very beautiful, very wonderful woman. Grandma and Grandpa. The lady on the left, her name is Marge Leary. I guess we should title this one The Old Family Homestead, huh? My brother Tony, or John, and my grandpa, Lindsay Rayburn. Sailor had an abscessed tooth that day, not a very good picture. Another Thomas Beeler graduates, Portsmouth, Virginia. One of the sweetest little gals I know. Very photogenic, too. Who, me? Don't know what you're talking about. It's a member of the Weaver family back in Illinois. Was this taken on the Great Wall of China? This was taken in Harbor Towers. Somebody's birthday, I bet you. This might be a rerun, I don't know, but if it is, it's worth rerunning. Pretty girl. All smiles about something. Leanne, and it's gotta be Brittany. There's old Brit again. Try to say, Jer. Christmas time, Sandy Point. That's Leanne, Uncle Kenny, and one of the many visits to us. Miss Mary, and Jason. And it's Jason again. And that's Jarrett. This is back to the camera. Jason. That's a can of Budweiser. And that's Brittany. Mr. Jarrett. 28 Sandy Point. Did we do this one before? Well, let's do it again. Good looking guys. I think everybody was enjoying the cold tub on a day like today. It certainly wasn't hot, was it? I would like to title this picture Stair Steps. John, Tom, Annie. There's Miss Leanne and Jason. Here's a gal just loves babies. Or can you tell? Another bird fancier with a friend. I think this was taken in Hawaii. I know this was taken in Holland Court because I remember the cornice over the picture window on the front wall. Grandpa Beeler when he was at Bradley University, or Bradley Polytechnic Institute. And Jane, I think we was in Williamsburg when this picture was taken. Handsome dude. What's the shadow on your lip, Chuck? Sailing on the river green. Or brown. Haley Suhu. Turn your head this way, Jason, so we can get a picture taken. Sitting in the kitchen, Sandy Point. That's Uncle Kenny on the right. I guess this is somebody's Christmas present or birthday present. All wrapped up with a bow anyhow. It's Mary and Aunt Jane, Sandy Point. One of the many visits. Just me. Sitting on the patio. That's graduation picture. Stanford or Cook Kirkland High School. I like that style, huh? 1204 North Jefferson. It was taken in an apartment at 614 Green Street. And Dad, that's Chuck Beeler and Dorothy Beeler. That's Leighton and Florence Mars, and that was her next door neighbors. I forget his name. Bob was his first name. A couple of sisters out in the snow in Washington, Illinois. It's a young Kenneth Weaver. Who is this? Sure looks familiar to me. Taken at Knott's Berry Farm, California, 1954, I guess. California, right before the wedding. Peoria, Illinois. Used to go riding on the river steamer with the calliope and the paddle wheel, etc. That's my mom with her dad. Publicity picture. I used to autograph and hand them out. I can't really identify. I know it's me and Tony. And probably a couple of son and kids sitting in the old Model A. Just going to toss in another picture of the 50th anniversary party we had at Junior's Castle in Peoria. This is Rio and one of his friends at his birthday party. Little pictures, but they recall big moments. Oh, what the heck, let's have another picture of that good-looking sailor boy. Party time somewhere. Bear. This was another Christmas card from California. I think it might have been just last Christmas. Chan and Spencer with a friend of theirs. Where? Nowhere else but the Antarctica. I wish I had all the money I've spent on ice cream in my lifetime. Could this be Alice Rayburn and Art Rayburn? I think so. All I want for Christmas is my 2 front teeth. Heck, this picture might have been taken at Christmas time in California. Looks like a picture of Lindsay Rayburn and his 4 siblings at 1204 North of Jefferson, Peoria, Illinois. KW and TRB in Washington, Illinois. This could have been a graduation picture too. I can't tell for sure. Groundbreaking ceremony when I started to build another new warehouse at Dowdy's. Who that? That Dorothy Beeler, that's who that is. Now here's some recent photos just flown in from the West Coast. Got here just in time to include in this collection. A rare instance when Haley allowed me to pick her up and hold her. Isn't she pretty? Lots of coffee and lots of conversation.
The shadows fall and spread the
Father's Day, 1993, the Marriott in Norfolk. How's this for a family portrait?
Every kiss you give.
Sure, you want to take my picture, it's okay with me. Howsoever, these photo sessions can sure tire you out.
Sets my soul on fire.
Haley and Friend. I remember when Friend was bigger than Haley. My favorite occupation, cooking. This is the great room in North Carolina, right after it was the final addition and remodeling was done, from the great room looking into the newly remodeled kitchen. Tom and Mary and Winnie, a friend of Jack's, on one of their visits to Portsmouth. There's some pretty handiwork. Posing with a pretty girl. Rodney Weaver.
Tell the sun to leave the sky still.
Annie and Brittany. Quite busy decorating the tree in North Carolina. Me and my pal at 28 Sandy Point. Good gracious, this was taken at an early age.
Could I ever want for more?
Starting to wind down, I guess. All the presents been opened now. Oh, wow. You didn't want to leave this one out.
Did I just turn and stare?
Ain't no place like Hawaii. Jason's birthday party, 1917 Ann Street, Portsmouth. Norfolk, Virginia at the Omni Hotel. Taken at a Dowdy's food show, Virginia Beach at the Pavilion. You try and take my picture and I'll stick out my tongue. This girl's photogenic from day one. I'll just take all of them. Cheese. Some of the best pictures aren't necessarily taken in studios. Kaylee, Sue, and friend.
You held a piper.
Art Rayburn and his dad, my grandpa Lindsay. Another of our many family homesteads. Here's another picture taken on the Great Wall of China. This is a Christmas card. First grade picture taken at Laux School in Peoria, Illinois. First grade scholar. Tommy's wedding reception at 4209. That's John on the left. Nick on the right. Kenneth Weaver, U.S. Army. Never underestimate the power of a couple of eggnogs. Well, there you have it. I've picked through about every photograph that I can think of. However, I'm going to leave this thing open-ended. We might go through the drawers again and come up with a few more. It's been a lot of fun doing this, and I hope that everybody enjoys it as much as I have, enjoys looking at it as much as I have shooting it. Like I said, it's not necessarily the end of this album, and we can always patch on some more in later years. In the meantime, Merry Christmas to everybody. I love each and every one of you. Back again. I know that we said we was done, but when we're scrounging around here in all the drawers and that, and old albums, I think I found a few more, so I want to stick them on the end so y'all can enjoy them. I'm sure that Aunt Jane recognizes this good-looking guy. This looks like the same guy. I don't know whether he's younger or older, probably a little bit younger. Rules have changed, you know. They're just boys, don't play baseball no more. Here's a real home run hitter showing here. And sure, you got to have equal time, so here's the other part of the family taken this year at the baseball field. Is this a beautiful lady or what?
Who is that?
My grandmother. Chucky. At a young and tender age. Chuck again. On a recent trip to Los Angeles, me and a friend, shucks, can't remember her name, taken back in the 50s when I was playing shuffleboard. This was at the Inglaterra Ballroom in Peoria. This picture was taken many, many, many years ago. I guess Grandma was taking the picture. This is Grandpa on the far right, and his brother John and his wife Kelowna, and I don't know the other people. Anybody want to guess who this little girl is? Wanted, dead or alive, if he's still alive. Taken, I think, over on Orange Street, out on the bluff in Peoria. Pretty long ago to remember. Chuck Beeler. Found a whole bunch of these at Chuck, all school pictures. On the same California trip, this is Mary with a friend. She remembers his name. Might have run this one before, but in any event, I found another copy of it if that's the case. Grandpa at Christmas in California. Chuck again from a school picture, getting older and older. Pretty obvious that those front teeth he was missing grew back in. Okay, same trip. This is Christopher, and this is a very recent picture of him taken in November. Same big man, same trip. Who does he look like? Jan Spencer or Jan and Spencer? Princess Jasmine from the Arabian Nights. What a dark-haired beauty she is. These are the Sues from Los Angeles, California, taken at Universal City. 3 international beauty queens. what would you say, call it a rose between two roses? That's Mary's hand in the middle, and that's one of her friends, Vanessa. She's getting ready to go on our birthday shopping trip. Well, who wouldn't be happy? It's her birthday and she's getting to go shopping. She's got 20 bucks to spend. Earlier shot of this Haley Suhu. I know who the guy on the right is. The guy on the left, he's about like all Redskin fans now. They're all hiding their faces. It's me and my buddy Jer again, quite a few years ago. I think this was Harbor Towers too. 23rd floor at Harbor Towers. I don't know who the baby is. It might be Brittany, and that's her mama holding her. Taken a while ago in San Francisco. Pretty obvious it's San Francisco, isn't it? Pig picking in Walnut Island. Aunt Jane and myself in Washington dropped in, just getting ready to leave. One of Aunt Jane's pals. Here we are in Santa Barbara, California. A recent visit to Janet Spencer. Beautiful place. Same place. Christopher's really getting big, isn't he? Little Christopher and Haley at the beach at Santa Barbara. And just one more shot of these two guys, these two California kids. What a nice family. I guess this is the last picture in this series before I start making up tapes for everybody. Probably my all-time favorite picture, and Jane, you'll remember this. Mom and Dad outside the old Tip Top up on Sheridan Road in Peoria. Okay, so now this is the final closing. I'm going to close again and try and put all this on tape and get it in the mail. Today is Saturday, the 11th of December. Get all this done and get over to the post office on Monday and make our final Christmas mailing to everybody. I hope that you enjoy this little collage of pictures and that, and as much as I had putting them all together for you. Merry Christmas to everybody, and I hope everybody has a great Happy New Year. Bye-bye.